What's
Let's
up,
do it.
guys?
Okay.
My name's Cooper.
And my name
Yeah.
is Callum, and we're doing a little
All right.
podcast today talking about G standards. We're going to hit you out with some top 10 lists. I'm going to do Europe. Cooper's going to hit up America. So that's going to be real fun. Yeah, we're just going to talk about our G standards journey, why we got involved, what it meant to us, and what we've learned so far, I guess, Cooper, right? And our aims and goals kind of like moving past, and then obviously Cooper's got some points as well to hit up. So I'll let you hit us off for the first topic of the discussion if you want, Cooper, if you want
Guys,
to do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so let's see. I started playing kendama around like late 2019. I would say December. Um,
Right.
there's people. Um, Pretty much. Sorry, there are people next to me. So yeah, pretty much. Just my friends started playing. I still thought it was really cool, and I picked one up. Been playing it ever since. So the main reason why I started G Standards was, first of all, Nick and Zach have been a huge influence to me, just overall with kendama. And so they kind of so I joined Lacing Life first. It was like kind of like the almost the pre-order version of G Standards. I got a lot out of it. I learned a lot, and I realized that I have the ability and the potential to push myself to become like what I believe to be a great player, and that is why I
I mean,
just decided to join G Standards. So yeah, that's a little summary. God, that's pretty much it for sure. What about you, Cal?
yeah. So I started playing kendama July 2020. I was at a local skate park. I rollerblade. I've been rollerblading for over 20 years at this stage of my life. And yeah, seen a kid with kendama, asked him where he got it. Turns out it was one of Sound Kendama's players at the current time. And yeah, that's pretty much where it all started for me. And them guys showed me the ropes.
Man, that's awesome. And then how'd you start G Standards?
Yeah, I met Zach in British Kendama Championships in 2022, and then Nick subsequently at EKC in Europe. So yeah, I've been in contact with them. I've known them pretty well, and got to hang out with them. I knew their caliber as a player, and I was really enjoying their fitness journey, and then promoting healthy living. So yeah, I mean, I seen what they were doing, and I was interested. So I got in contact with Zach, scheduled a call, and we discussed more about what it was and what it could do for me as a player.
For sure, man. That's really awesome. And what's one thing that G Standards has taught you over this journey of the past 2 months?
I think the biggest thing for me is discipline. I really struggled with the long grind and sessions. I had been doing supplements and healthy alternatives to my lifestyle so that I could do that. And I'm for me, I've got some medical reasons regarding focus, which is under investigation. And I think for me, they gave me the tools, right? So to help me focus on the discipline more, become better of a person as well, much more engaging with all aspects of the community and stuff as well. And they also gave me the knowledge to hit them tricks that I just didn't think I could hit and major milestones.
For sure, man. Well, thank you so much. Yeah, I think discipline's a huge thing that comes along with G standards. I've learned very similar to that. Just always being able to be consistent, and obviously, consistency isn't just one thing; it's a journey, right? So there's going to be times it's going to fluctuate, right? It's going to go up and down. So
Right.
just kind of learning to stick with the process. It's been a big thing. So yeah, man.
I think what we'll do is I'll do one European player and why I think they're the
Okay.
best, or in the top 10 and my top 10, and then if you hit us
Yeah.
up with America, so we'll do one each,
Yeah,
and
one
go
each.
through our
Okay, for
top
sure.
10.
Sounds
Yeah.
good, dude. Okay, yeah. So, who do you have as your number one for Europe?
Number one for Europe, I'm gonna say it's got to be Tio. Um, Tio, I think for playing ability, his recent part in the Biddle subculture edit was insane. Some of the tricks that he hit and the amount of tricks he hit was just crazy. And that's on the back of Tio organizing EKC and all the other commitments and engagements that he makes within the Kendama community. So yeah, for me, takes number one as an overall player and contributor to the scene.
For sure. That's a really good one. And I think I got for my number one in America right now, I have Alex Mitchell. He's been in the game forever. His composure on stage is almost frightening. Kind of takes a little deep breath and then just gets right into it. He started a whole new thing with the YouTube Shorts with like posting almost like selfie tricks, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Which has
Yeah.
really kind of sparked a big kind of outreach to the other non players of social media. And yeah, he's
Yeah.
just a great person, really, really good player in person. Like he was blowing my mind,
Yeah.
especially at Battle 2023 and 2024. So yeah, for sure,
Oh, for
man.
sure. Yeah, I mean, he was my number one as well. So
Dude, he's
that was
good.
also my number one. Yeah, number two position. Wow, right. So this is contested for me. I think I'm this is our most current list. And for me, number two in Europe has got to be Tom Pattenden. Um Tom's recent level ups and his composure on stage, both freestyle, winning Isle of Dama just there, the Scottish freestyle event, and also coming top eight in Battle of the Border, which you've seen how many professional Kendama players were in the Pro Open, and he was up against some serious talent, and yeah, still to get top eight. Obviously he's a UK homie, a close friend, but yeah, I mean how good he's getting and some of the tricks he's hitting and how much he's grinding. I have to give him the second spot. I'm excited to see what Tom Pattenden really does EKC for sure.
Yeah, he's a young kid, so that guy has so much potential. Even then, he's just so good, right? And he really proved
Yeah.
himself on stage at Battle completely. I think getting
Yeah.
top eight was
Oh yeah.
insane, especially his first battle. You know what I mean? First time, is that his first
Hmm.
time? No, I think like first couple times in America. So yeah. All right.
Yeah.
For my second pick, I'm gonna go with Edwin ET. That guy is just different. We get kind of like a first-hand look of all his videos, just
Yeah.
in our G
Yeah. We get
standards.
the
He sends, yeah,
yeah
dude.
we get the previews, which lets our mind settle a little bit, our heart rate settle a little bit before he posts them on the main feed because it's the things he's landing consistently in our wins chat within G standards is just insane.
No, completely, man. And especially just in regards to just how consistent he is, how hard he works. I think what impresses me the most about him is how serious he takes Kendama. Am I okay? Is
Oh
my audio okay?
yeah,
Okay, for
yeah,
sure,
it's
man.
fine.
Yeah. So yeah, just like kind of going off of that, um, just a big thing that I've seen is like he's doing running, he's doing stretches that are like helping his wrists, his like his ankles, his knees, all of his messed up injuries, especially in regards to like his past skateboard injury. That was huge, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? And so
yeah,
super
yeah,
inspiring. And just he has all the time in the world to become one of the best players just in the world, in my opinion. So for sure.
yeah. Yeah, 100%, dude. I totally agree with that. ET is certainly one of the most insanest Kendama players, and just an all-round great guy. He's a good guy, and he's so committed. I don't think I realized how committed he was to Kendama until obviously being in G standards with yourself.
Yeah, no, completely, man. All right. What is your third
Uh,
pick, Kevin?
Third pick is Tiblex. He's still, Tiblex is his ability is just insane. I've always watched him from starting my Kendama career, and I can't put him in not outside the top three and the best players in Europe. He's insane, and he did so well at KWC, so he takes third spot.
Completely, man. No, I definitely understand. He's been pushing the game since like I would argue like 2017. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
Just like
yeah,
because and he started so young, and he's put so many hours into. He's only been playing for I think around 8 or 9 years, if I'm correct. But in that time, especially in his first 6 years, he has thousands, like at least thousands of hours. So yeah,
yeah,
definitely. definitely one of the best. The only thing that really holds him back is obviously, he can't go to competitions that much, so he can't prove himself there. You know what I mean? But besides that, he's just a
Well, yeah,
different player, which is
yeah.
really unfortunate. But yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
I
man.
mean, yeah,
Okay.
I'm sure in the future you're going to see him at much more kendama events,
I hope.
as he
Yeah,
gets
I
older
definitely hope
and after school and stuff like that. But yeah, yeah. So definitely, that's my third. What's your third?
for sure. For my third, I have a Nick Gallagher. I mean, like, and this kind of just like goes without saying. I think as of now, um, Alex and Edwin's consistency and just work ethic have just, been like off the charts with Kendama. And it's not that Nick isn't playing as much. It's just his goals have not been, have not aligned with kind of like being the best player in America right now. Obviously, he's still a top dog. You know what I mean? You'll always see him in like the finals of NAKO, battle, even like, Kendama World Cup, right? So, and just
Yeah,
props to
yeah,
him because God, he's just so good. And I think just his some of his tricks like his inward Ken flips, his stilts, inward stilts, right? And like he's just like a different player. So yeah, top three for me.
yeah. Awesome, man. Totally agree with that one for sure. Obviously Nick is such a great mentor as well. The amount of videos breaking down tricks he sent me. So a great coach, for sure as well. And I'm excited for his journey. Heading back to the United States now after an amazing time in Japan, and obviously getting his kendama recently, which we saw, which was amazing. And I think a fitting note to the end of that time in Japan. But moving on, right? So now we're in fourth spot in Europe, and my fourth spot in Europe is going to be Andrew Goya. I think Andrew Goya for a long time was definitely underrated. Um, he was playing for Sweets Romania, and then after leaving Sweets, at that period was the best unsponsored player in Europe. Like some of the tricks that Goya can hit consistently, like 10 tap is within, I don't know, 10 tries, just say. He'll probably correct me when he watches this back, but yeah, he's absolutely fantastic. Since he's got on Lotus, he's just been pushing so much harder. He travels so much to competitions, and he's a huge part of the year scene. So yeah, fourth spot, Andrew Goya for Lotus Kendamas.
Yeah, his Lotus announcement was insane. Like his big taps are just on a different level. I think and he really proved himself when he beat Takuya in that game of Ken. That was really funny. So that was just a great moment. But yeah, and he's just a great person, overall meeting him at Battle 2024 was amazing. Just a
Yeah,
great guy. So you know what I mean? So yeah.
yeah, for sure.
All right, for sure. I think for my fourth, I'm gonna have to go with Zach Gallagher, Nick's twin. He's always been just that guy, you know what I mean? Just like his open is super good, and he's, in my opinion, he's really, really obviously he first kind of proved himself in MKO 2016. That was one of his biggest wins
Hmm.
for sure. But kind of fast forward in today's age, he's really rounded himself more. You know what I mean? He's focusing
Yeah.
more on his taps, and he's kind of focusing more on like the kendama technique instead of just sheer volume of like how much he can do or how good he can do it. So I really respect
Yep.
that. And he's always in the leaderboards and at Kendama World Cup, and just a great person. Very, very disciplined. So yeah,
Hmm. Yeah.
for sure,
Again,
man.
totally agree with all your points here for sure, dude. Okay. Spot number five.
Five. Yep.
Yeah, number five for me. Um, I think has to be Davide. Yeah, Davide from Kendama or Chrome Italy. His flow and style and freestyle, and both as an open competitor as well. All round Kendama player. His consistency is great. Real fun guy to hang out with. I've been at a few competitions. He's been to Scotland. I've been to Italy. But yeah, just all his engagement with the community on Crom as well, and how much he does for public events and getting people involved in Kendama, all adds up to why I would put somebody in my top 10. And yeah, I just love his flow and freestyle. And I've learned a lot of different tricks from Owen. So yeah, Davide, number
No,
five.
number five, yeah. And then he did extremely well in Catch and Flow 2023. I was very impressed. You know, he's
Yeah,
keeping up with some of the best players in the world right now. Super
of
cool
course.
personality. You can see his personality through his play style, which is amazing. And yeah, just
Yeah,
super respectable for sure.
yeah, 100%.
Oh man. For my number 5 spot, I have Johnny Kress. I
Yes.
think
Okay.
he's always been just an amazing player. Ever since like Hawaii, right? But I think what really impressed me the most was his 2023's 28 tricks later.
Oh,
We almost saw like a new side of him, you know what I mean? Because like
yeah,
even
no,
like he
100%.
posted, yeah, he was really like just kind of put himself out there. His Ken flip tricks were just like, different. His still tricks were just insane. He's he's just so good. And especially since he got third at battle and second at NAKO 2023, just like
Yeah,
he has the ability. And like, he's a young guy, he's my age. So, only good things to come. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So yeah.
yeah, no, for sure. I totally agree. And I love Johnny. He's a great guy. And we do talk a lot. We know we talk in messages sometimes. I talk to him a lot at Battle of the Border. And he's just a machine. We can't rule out that, he can lift some serious weights as well. He's a big guy and yeah, he's got a big heart. I also loved his doubles trick with his mum. I thought that was
Oh
really good
yeah.
in this most recent 28 tricks. I thought that was really wholesome. So, yeah, or 29 tricks, could we say, because it is a leap year. Yeah, totally agree with that one, dude. Moving on, number 6. Okay, for my sixth player, I'm gonna put in. I'm gonna put Marcus Lander. Marcus Lander's most recent part for Lotus Kendama's obviously getting his pro model, becoming pro for Lotus. Shout out Marcus for that. Yeah, yeah, his innovation style and different way of playing kendama, his crazy flow, string flow, and the way he puts things together is amazing. He's a really lovely guy. He's always super engaging to everybody that comes up and meets him for the first time. And yeah, again, a contributing factor to why he is in my top 10 in Europe. And he's a shredder. So yeah, shout out Marcus, Lotus Kendamas.
Yeah, completely. And I think what really surprises me the most about him is how good he is, like tech wise. Like he has the 3-2-1 tap, he has all these other
Oh
like,
yeah.
different tricks while having his own style that nobody can do. Like his auto spikes, he pretty much just invented that. You know, he's a big
Yeah.
inspiration and like, I think, he just screams being on the Lotus, being on Lotus. Like, it's just like, it's really, really cool to see him play. And, obviously he's just a great
Yeah.
person. My
Of
first time
course.
meeting him was like 3 in the morning at the Airbnb at Battle and he was just the coolest guy.
Yeah.
Like I love him so
Yeah.
much. So yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah.
Oh
Super
God.
nice dude.
Okay. For sure, man. All right, for my number 6 spot, I got Liam Router. Um
Oh yeah.
oh,
Oh yes. Okay, yeah, Liam Router. Yeah.
for sure,
Absolute
dude.
machine. Absolute machine. Yeah. Love
Completely,
Liam. Super
completely, man.
lovely guy. Really focused. Very intelligent. As we know, he studies and yeah, just an absolute top guy. One of my favorite kendama players actually for sure.
Definitely. Yeah. I think what sticks out to me the most for him is how well rounded he is. He still is like
Yeah.
he's so good at late slingers. Not many people do that. He can do the inward Kens, he can do the Ken flips. He really has expanded his string tech, is like the pinch loops and the regoons. His taps are just on point. God, it's just like, and I think what most of all not surprises me, but just like what makes him that good is his competition. Like he always does good in competition normally. He got
Yeah. He's
I
a
think he was
great
like,
competition player, dude.
yeah, dude. So fourth place at battle. He got second at this year's NAKO, which was,
Hmm.
insane. Obviously it was online, so it wasn't, like the emotions weren't like as high as they could have been, but still, like it's still NAKO, right? So you can't disregard it at all. And what helps or what's cool about him is that he does all of it through university. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he was a double major. Like I think it was aerospace and mechanics, which is two of the hardest majors you can achieve. Or you got master, yeah, two of the hardest masters you can achieve. And just like while being that good at kendama and showing up to events, still being in the community is just insane. Like
Yeah.
I
Oh
props
yeah.
to him, man, because gosh, for sure.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely. Yeah, I mean, he's just like all round, and I obviously seen him compete in the last battle. It was just it was so good. Yeah, great competition player. 100% agree with that one. So yeah, 100% dude.
Completely.
Okay, moving on then. I feel it gets trickier, the more we go on. But I'm going to choose for my next player. I'm going to put in there I think one of the most underrated players in Europe, and that's going to be Paul Sayer. Paul Sayer plays for Sound Kendama, and he's from Glasgow, Scotland. Paul built Sound Kendama. He built the community that with his friends. Um, and he is an unbelievably consistent and good kendama player who, has been British champion, um, for various disciplines. He's an all round good guy, and what he contributes to the Dama community in the UK, Scotland, through organising the bigger competitions to Isle of Dama, and yeah, it's just I think he deserves a spot in here because he's underrated. His Kendama playing's underrated. He hits really good tricks, and he hits some of his own style. Yeah, so I have to shout out Paul as my next guy in the top 10 for Europe.
For sure. No, that's a totally fair point. I mean, I like, underrated, like respectfully, like I have not heard of this guy. So I definitely gotta check him out on
Check him out.
Instagram. Completely.
Paul.Slayer, Paul.Slayer on Instagram. Anybody that watches this and doesn't know Paul, go and check out his clips. He is insane. He's a really, really good kendama player, and he deserves more recognition for sure. 100%.
Completely, man. No, that's definitely for sure. Okay, so for my number seven spot, I have Jacob Schultz. And this guy is just crazy. He did really, really
Oh
well for
yeah.
the standings of, just kind
Shout
of
out
world
Jacob.
rankings. Yeah, shout out Jacob.
Hmm.
But so yeah, in PNW, that competition in Spokane, Washington, he did amazing. He got third in freestyle and open, and he's going against Chris June and NET, right? So like those are like some
Yeah.
monster competitors. His freestyle is amazing. His open's amazing. His in-person play is absolutely phenomenal. He's been playing for I think it's 11 years now, which is crazy, right? So he's been in the game forever, right? And he's a
Yeah.
pretty strong mentality going into battle or into competitions. So yeah, for
Yeah.
sure, man. Yeah, and a
Okay.
super nice guy.
I
Super,
completely
super
agree.
nice guy.
Yeah. Yeah, nice guy. I stayed on the Airbnb with him in Battle of the Border, 2023. So yeah, yeah, nice guy, and yeah, insane kendama player for sure.
Yeah, insane Canelo player.
Uh, m- Moving on to my next one on my list, Jesus Kendama. Jesus Kendama. Jesus Kendama, Chrome Trick of the Year, 2023 winner. Um, he's actually such a lovely guy as well, Jesus Kendama. He is, yeah, he's a real nice dude who I first got to meet at EKC. And yeah, we turned up. I met him, got to hang out, and yeah, I just think all round he's a great style, and for Europe to be put on the map, for Crom Trick of the Year, was awesome to see. So yeah, shout out Jesus Kandama. I'm going to put you in my top 10 for sure, man.
Yeah, his TOTOI was absolutely different. Um, yeah, he's just a really, really good salt player. And I think what really impresses me the most is his turntable ability. Like
Oh
I
yeah,
think the only like big turntable players right now are obviously we got Madi. Taku is actually really good at turntables. Nick obviously, but yeah, just like um, Jesus, he's just insane, just absolutely insane. So
yeah,
yeah, great pick. Oh gosh. Okay, so for my number eight spot, I got Elliot Patterson. Uh, you
okay,
know, he had a really, really good shot at doing the TOTY, his 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 goon. His consistency is just insane. I think like I don't think he's like won any or like placed pretty high at major comps, but just like his trick composition is absolutely beautiful. I think his overall I would say gosh, I forgot the word. Sorry. Okay, no, it's not this philosophy with kendama is very
Okay,
spectacular.
yeah.
I really respect that. And yeah, he's just a great player and a really nice guy also. So yeah, for sure.
Okay. Yeah, no, for sure.
Elliot Patterson. All right, what is your ninth place, Kyle?
Ninth place. You know, I wanted to put him a bit higher actually because he's a really good player. I'm going to put Oscar Eland. Um, Grain Zeri, big contributor to the scene in terms of his edits are amazing. I just want to shout out Oscar for that so far. He did, you know, the filming for Tio's, most of Tio's clips and Barrel subculture. He's also made some amazing edits, and yeah, he's a great player. And yeah, I just think with how active he is in the scene, and I love his style. So yeah, I'm going to put him in the top 10. Shout out Oscar.
Oscar's a really cool guy. His Instagram's amazing. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
really, really, amazing for sure. Okay, for number 9, I have Kelvin Wong. His trick style is just truly insane. He just or he not recently, but a while ago he went pro. Very deserving. It's very hard to go pro on Soul, so that's very very cool. Um, Gosh,
Yeah,
he's
for
just a
sure.
monster with open. That was like by far like one of his, KWC or not just EKC 2022. He did really well he got
Yeah.
first, right? So that was insane. Got a double sham out of Alex. That was pretty cool. But I think another thing that's really, really impressive is how well he did at KWC 2023. That was extremely cool. He did, I think, I forgot which place he got, but he wasn't, too far off from like either top 10 or like, I think it was like around top 10 what he got. So that was crazy. Really cool guy. I've had some great interactions with him. Yeah. And most of all, his freestyle has recently just been crazy. He's really, really getting into his own style with freestyle, not trying to do like, tricks that aren't him and like just like he's killing it. You know what I mean? Really finding his groove, really finding his confidence. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, 100% agree, man. Yeah, Kelvin's amazing. I think some of his clips in Barrow, especially the Las Vegas tunnel, um, that trick where he's lying on the ground and after, and it's just like some of his tricks are insane, and he's also so committed, like behind the scenes, like how much he's practicing and breaking down individual tricks just now. And again, just an absolute solid guy. I have so much love for Kelvin. And all the Las Vegas homies just sort of shout you out while we're here with Kelvin. But yeah, I totally agree that Kelvin again, yeah, to go pro and Sol it's a huge thing. It's a big accolade with such a stacked team of amazing players. So yeah, 100%.
Oh, also shout out his pro edit. His pro edit was phenomenal. One of my favorites of all time for
Yeah.
sure. Like no doubt.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
All right. Lastly, what's your number 10, Cal? Let's see what you got.
Oh. Number 10 is Joris Blasi. Okay, Joris. Okay, Joris is and I want to be see if I'm murdering your name. I do apologize if I am not saying that right. I just want to apologize to Joris right now. But yeah, so he's one Kendama team member. Um, he's the tricks that this guy. So I first kind of met this guy, or really was aware of him at Kendama Italian Open last year in Bergamo, Italy, and yeah, he was trying really good tricks then, and filming an amazing edit. And since then, just watching him on Instagram, and the tricks that he's hitting, he's insane, and he's a huge talent. And I just had to give him a spot in the top 10 because he's so active, and I think yeah, he's going to do really well at the big competitions this year, and I'm excited to hopefully see him in Italy and other jams. But yeah, I just thought I'd shout him out. He's a young player and he's very driven, and the tricks he's hitting, and I like his style. So shout out Joris, one
Yeah,
Kendama.
man, super, super young. Really motivated to play.
Yeah,
Gosh, like
yeah,
his announcement video was absolutely crazy.
and fifth in
And
the world,
yeah,
fifth world rank. Yeah,
fifth the world
yeah,
rank. Yeah,
just
100%.
I just wanted to throw that. Yeah.
Completely.
So he's a huge talent on the rise, and he needed to get in there at some point for sure.
No, that's a great point.
is that my 10th? Is that it? Is that
That's
10
your
players?
10th
Have I had
place.
10
That
players?
is your 10th place. Okay. So my 10th place was super hard. It's between three players. So just kind of like just thinking about now, kind of like, where they stand. And at number 10, I got Nate Wilcox. This dude is insane. You know what I mean? 365, just like
Just going there.
he's close, right? He's really close. Gosh, so really grinding. He had 12 tap, or let's see, 12 tap on cam. Just hard trick. I think there's only been four players in America that's ever hit 12 tap, which is
Mm.
actually just insane. Trick composition's crazy. His progression these past years have been really good. And dude, when I tell you he wanted it at battle, like dude, the cap was
Yeah.
down. You know what I mean? Like he was not messing around. He was intimidating other players, which is you never really hear about, especially in today's age of open. Gosh,
Yeah.
obviously,
Yeah, I mean,
on the G
I think the
standards,
most intimidating match was actually him and Zach. They were literally pacing up and down. I think, it's certainly a style of competition that some people are friendly and let's have a good game, and it's and some people are so driven to win. I think I find that super competitive people in any sport, and I think he's had some setbacks in his own life. That big goals that didn't happen for whatever reasons, and how he took that on and how he reacted to that at a young age and kept going and kept being driven, and some of the tricks he's hitting are just insane. I think he's very much in the scope of being picked up by a team soon for sure. I mean, if I owned a team, I certainly would be looking at Nate, and how driven a young individual he is. So yeah, I totally agree with that one.
for sure, man. And like just his ability, to cloud balance, obviously, kind of like new gen, loop and stuff, but he's still like a pretty traditional player. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Or I wouldn't say traditional, but like he's not like only new gen, if that makes sense. And like he's just
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
his stalls are insane, juggle birds are crazy, juggle handle, juggle Sarah handle. His fast hands to
Or like
stalls are also, yeah.
lunar fast
Oh
handle.
my
That one, that
God,
was
man. That
insane.
was crazy
Yeah,
for sure. Is there any
yeah. So
is there any honorable mentions that you want to include, Cal?
yeah, I've got a few honorable mentions that didn't make the
For
top
sure.
10. It was a tough top 10. Toto from Lyon, France. I have to say, Ale Toto. He's a great guy and a very talented kendama player. Who's been grinding and doing well at competition. So I have to shout out Toto. I have to shout out Mario Saunders as well from Sound Kendama. He's again one underrated player, who is an absolute shredder for sure. I have to shout out Fletch Dama as well. Tom Fletch has got a crazy style. Another Sound Kendama players, guys that I don't think really get a lot of exposure, and hopefully, with you being an NA player, me being an EU player, whoever watches it, these guys get recognised, as some of the best players. And yeah, that is pretty much it for my top 10 players, and just a few shout outs there. One more Courts as well for Origins. Absolute legend, UK shredder, and he's been grinding crazy recently, so just shout out him. But yeah, all the UK scene, all the Scottish scene, and shout out Partick for getting on Sound Kendama. That's my last little shout out at the end of that top 10. I just wanted to
Perfect.
get that out there.
That's awesome, Cal. Yeah, that's a great list, man. All those players are just amazing players, you know what I mean? I didn't know a couple of them, but that doesn't take away from like, because you know them obviously. So that's just like, you know what I mean? Just like it's right
Yeah, I mean,
there.
this is getting them the exposure. They're top shredders, they're really,
Completely.
really good players. And I think giving them the exposure on this platform, who people that might follow me but don't follow them, and your guys as well, and NA and all the players, So yeah, let's make them known, because yeah, I think they
Yes, for
need
sure.
to be known.
Definitely,
Everybody
man.
needs
All
to know
right.
about Scotland. Scotland's got a crazy scene. I just wanted to say that we have a crazy scene. That it's like there's some absolute shredders. And we have People Make Kendama, which is a kendama event, first Saturday of every month. If you're ever in Glasgow for the first Saturday of the month, then please come meet us up. It can be anywhere from 20 shredders to 40 shredders, and we all meet up and have a great day. Competitions, giveaways. It's a real homey vibe. So yeah, if you're ever in Glasgow first Saturday of the month, please come to People Make Kendama, because it's amazing, and there's some big Scottish events coming, in the near future as well. So, and with British Kendama Open, been now organised by some of the sound players and some of the British players. There's a great scene. Just come visit us. You know, we're a wee island, but you know we've got big hearts. So come hang out.
That's awesome, Kel, man. Yeah, I really appreciate, you guys trying to grow the community. And like, 20 to 40 players is insane for, Scotland, right? So just, props to you guys just
Yeah,
for making that work
yeah.
possible. Completely,
Dude, you could
man.
fit that like so many times in like pretty much any American state. Like, do you know what I mean? It's not the biggest of countries, but it's beautiful. So come visit. I have someone come to visit me later on this year, which I'm super excited about. But I'll keep that under wraps for now. From America. So I've got finally got someone visiting me in Scotland from America. And hopefully getting more people visiting me from America soon. Kevin De Soto was actually just in Scotland not that long ago, for his honeymoon with his wife. So yeah, more Kendama players from America need to come to Scotland. You'll be looked after. Don't worry.
Completely, man. Yeah, that's great to hear. Okay. So for my honorable mentions, I think around three or four. Number
Yeah.
one, I got Benny Boy. That kid is insane.
Oh
Oh my
yes,
God.
yes.
He's
Benny
dude.
Boy. Dude, Benny Boy. I mean, Benny Boy. I think Benny Boy would have been in my top 10 in America. I'm not gonna lie. Benny Boy's edit, his pro model edit announcement for Kendama USA was insane. Actually, when I went to Las Vegas after Battle of the Boards, I went to those rocks because I seen it in his edit. And I was like, I need to film at that sixth spot. Like that looks so good. He's such a nice guy as well. Yeah, yeah, Benny boy. Shout out on that pro edit release
Completely.
because it was insane. So yeah, 100%
Yes.
man.
And in my opinion, he has like one of the best trick compositions you can have. You know what I mean?
Oh,
God,
yeah,
just like his ability to stunt fast is, pretty much the best in the world, I would say, or stunt fast to penguin. You know what I mean? His taps are
yeah,
super, super good. Gosh, his competition's really good. He got second at a Van Jam. That was insane, or yeah, second Van Jam. That was crazy. I'm pretty sure it's second. So yeah,
yeah.
just a really, really, really cool guy. I think he's going to Kentucky for college. So, maybe he'll make a little like a club there. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's just like
Yeah.
super, super awesome, man, for sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
he goes to Kentucky. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Another honorable mention I want to include is Casey Henson. God,
Okay.
that guy can play condom. He's been playing for a little, if not the same time as me, but he's like just a monster. You know what I mean? His Lock Studios edit was insane. It was like every single trick was so hard. You know what I mean? And like the
Yeah.
his playstyle is really cool because he includes all these new gen, but like to stalls and like do taps, and he hit like 10 tap juggle wing like a little bit ago. That's just like he was the first to do that actually, which is insane. So yeah, just a super cool guy, super down to earth also. So yeah, love that dude
Yeah. Yeah.
for sure.
No, 100% agree.
Definitely.
And yeah, excited to see what he does, man, for sure.
Yeah, no,
Unlocked.
completely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Um,
Locked is a great family for him. So I'm really happy he's kind of
yeah.
settled or settled down with sure. Okay. And then the last honorable mention, obviously there's so many to talk about, but just like the one I have in mind right now is Miguel. Miguel is like,
Yeah.
God, where do I even
Good,
start?
Miguel.
Yeah, shout out Miguel, right? His Celtic clips are just unmatched right now. He's the best player to ever do it, to keep it in frame. You know what I mean? God, just like, and he's just such a cat. He almost seems like he's a casual player, but he's so good. You know what I mean? He's just insane. And locked like that was one of the best. Like, I mean, lock shooters is very, in my opinion, notorious for having really good pickups with like young people who like love kendama, and like he
Yeah.
was just like amazing for it. He did let's see, really, really well in a SoCal, getting first place in
Yeah.
freestyle, second in open, just like and that was almost like, that was kind of to going without said, because like, he is at that level in open. His open is insane. His freestyle is absolutely insane. His tricks are insane. He's such a cool guy. You know what I mean? So yeah,
Yeah.
shout
No,
out
for
Miguel
sure.
for
Let's
sure, man.
go.
All right,
Shout out
yeah,
Miguel.
perfect. That kind of concludes our top 10 of EU and American players.
All right. Sweet. So, this is the end of our first podcast. Throughout the month, of this challenge that we have with G standards, which I'm going to go into more and my own reel, and Cooper has already talked about. So, yeah, this is the first one. We thought we'd just do a top 10 of who we thought was our top 10 in the both EU and America. And also, we talked about our humble beginnings, right? So, we'll break that down more and talk about G standards more, what we've learned and things, and have maybe two, three, four more episodes throughout this month. And yeah, so thanks for the first one. Thank you for Cooper for wanting to do this with me. So really exciting. And yeah, peace.
Thank you, Cal. This has been amazing. I'm so grateful that I have the ability to, talk with you through Zoom. You know what I mean? Like in that, sense of, electronics, just it's amazing. You know what I mean? It can do so
Yeah.
much. And, here's
Yeah, I
to
mean,
many more,
I'm
right?
sitting in England, right?
Yeah, dude, for sure.
In a hotel. So yeah, amazing.
Oh gosh. All right. Well, thank you
Okay.
guys so much for watching. We really appreciate it. If you like this content, interact with it. So yeah. All right. Until then, we'll see you guys later.
Sweet.
Bam.
Peace.
Bam. Peace.